Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD version. It is currently part 32 for my Let's Play, and it is the 23rd of August 2017. Why am I at this screen, do you ask? I got my Wii Pro controller, or my Wii U Pro controller more specifically, and I'll tell you about it in a moment. There's a bit of a story that goes along with it. Basically, the last I was recording was about maybe something like 40 minutes ago, but something happened within that 40 minutes that's kind of gotten me a bit annoyed, but I'll tell you about it anyway. First and foremost, I will start the game because I'm not sure what to expect here, so we're going to see what the gameplay is like with the Pro Controller. What do we got? Here we go, my friends. This is exactly what I wanted. Now, I can still play with the gamepad by the looks of it. The only difference is that we don't have the gyroscope function. But I can still use the gamepad just as I would be able to if I were only using the gamepad as a controller, apart from the gyroscope thing, I would imagine. But fortunately, in this case, I can in fact... Oh, okay, so up. How do I bring up the map then? Let me, okay, back. Let me just work out how to... Oh, I guess I have to actually go here. That kind of sucks. I don't like that so much. Well, you guys can see the map now. This is what it looks like. We can do that, and then... Oh, I don't like how that works. At least it goes to the map automatically, but... oh, and then you can do this to switch between them, I guess. Yeah, there you go. What about bottles? Seriously? Oh, hold on. Okay, cool. So that's weird. For some reason, pressing the L button doesn't take you to bottles, however, physically moving the analog stick to bottles will take you there. Well, that's okay. That's not a bad thing, actually. Because generally, bottles isn't going to be your... Okay, I get it. I just need to learn how it works, that's all. So this is cool. Don't you prefer this? I prefer this, that's for sure. One thing that I will have to get used to is the situation of the buttons in relation to the right analog stick, because on the gamepad version, it's like the four buttons, the X, Y, B, and A, are directly beneath the right analog stick almost, whereas on the Pro Controller, they are essentially more situated to the left of it. But anyway, check this out. Isn't this great? You can actually see what I've got here. This is what I love. So, okay, I need to actually do this to get in there, same as the original game. But, yeah, that's kind of cool. I do like that you can see what's on my frickin' map, and also... Oh, okay, so... Interestingly enough, we can... Oh, okay, I get it. It's because R is one of those buttons that we can use. Okay, what did I have equipped to R? I had this equipped to R. Not that. I wanted this. The analog stick is rather sensitive in terms of the direction of it. If I go almost anything diagonal, it'll go diagonal. Even when I'm trying to go directly to the right, it will go diagonal. It really sucks, because it's rather sensitive in that regard. But anyway, I'm going to go and continue sailing here, and I'm going to hopefully get used to the controls in the meantime. For sure, it does suck a little bit that I can't immediately see the map below me, but at the same time I can just do that. Yeah, that's fine. As long as I have the map selected there, it should be fine. I might actually shut the window because that bird is rather loud out there, so I'll be with you in a moment. And I'm back. So, in terms of gameplay, I'm sure you guys are already excited to see that you can physically see what's going on here. Oh, it's too dangerous. Oh, okay, so I'm venturing in a direction that I'm not really familiar with because I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to be continuing this way, like this. Okay, good to know. So, trying to get my direction there. See how you can't really... Trying to see. Okay. Well, I guess I should be going in this direction. Yeah, okay, cool. Wait, no, there's an island over there. When did I go that... I don't know where I went to make him say that, but anyway. I need to go and get my bait, so you can have a look and see what is involved with that. So I will... do this here, and I will equip it to Y, go back, and I just need to get used to the controls here. Holy Jesus. Okay, so when I pressed B there, that was more or less the same go-to position for my thumb that the button would have been for the B button. Whatever I was saying originally, I've forgotten what I was saying because I was trying to work out where exactly the... I don't believe it's here. I really don't believe it's here. What the fuck? What just happened? I didn't even press that. Anyway, I could have sworn that oh, okay, I get it. It's the R button is super sensitive. You have to keep your finger well away from it because otherwise you will actually press it. That really sucks. Okay, trying to... God, this sucks. I never... Once again, when the rings aren't there, I suck at doing the... Okay, now we'll have to go back to here. Alright. So we're going into this sector now. Good. Oh, God. I just need to get used to the controls a little bit. I'm definitely very used to the Wii controls, actually. Or, like, the gamepad controls. I need to check to see what the sensitivity... I actually went to turn my controller. Okay, yeah, this is not even comparable to the GameCube controller in terms of sensitivity and the accuracy of it. So that's good. It's not too bad, and it will do just fine. So the gyroscope is nice, but it's not a requirement at all. So that's one good thing. Anyway, now to tell you the story about this controller. Now, what I hold in my hands right now is not a brand new controller. I have in my hands right now a pre-owned version of the... Well, pre-owned version, I say. The controller is pre-owned. Someone has used it and traded it in, if I could possibly speak legitimate English, to the game shop that I went to, or game store, whatever you want to say. And they didn't have any new ones in stock, and apparently the reason why is because they don't sell them anymore. I wasn't entirely surprised to learn of this, but I guess it does suck that they don't retail these controllers anymore, brand new. They're just not made. It's so bizarre to me that they're just not produced anymore. I mean, Nintendo must be really giving up on the Wii U. It's clear that they're doing that, which is why it's really surprising that they went so far as to release Breath of the Wild on the Wii U in the first place. But what surprises me is that in every other regard, they're just dropping the Wii U. It doesn't exist anymore. They're moving on to the Switch, even though the Switch is a bit of a failed console in comparison to that of the Wii U. In terms of hardware, I would say. But anyway, yeah, okay, so that's... what is that called? Horseshoe Island, okay. See, this is what I don't like. To go... When I press B, I want to, like... That sucks. See, when I expand this, I want to press B to go back. But I can't, I have to press it again. Anyway, so Horseshoe Island is there, and then... You have to... Oh my god, that sucks. That really sucks. That you have to do that. Okay, doesn't matter. But anyway, you guys can see my treasure charts there. That's one cool thing. You can actually see what treasure charts I have, so we can see all of them there. And this is a big part about me being able to show you what I'm doing while doing a 100% run here. And yeah, so anyway, let me double check the map. I'm going north indeed, so let us go that way. So, about this pre-owned controller that I have here, getting back on topic, because I am trying to tell you a story, but God, I hate it when sometimes I go and speak a sentence and I just completely lose the syllables and it just sounds like a mess. But anyway, don't worry, I'm not dyslexic. But regardless, oh yeah, I haven't really mentioned the fact that I do have an extended magic bar now. You see, it's funny, I got it and I didn't really say anything about it. It just, I kind of let it happen and then got distracted by other conversations, but conversations with myself more specifically. But anyway, yeah, so about this pre-owned controller, this thing, and it's pretty astounding, like, I wasn't too sure what was going on there, so I said, do you have any Wii U Pro controllers in stock at the moment? And she said, well, she went, oh, so, well, not necessarily exactly like that, but sort of to indicate that this was probably the first time she had been asked that question this year. Because it's not surprising to me that no one would be getting Wii U Pro controllers in that store, but anyway, at least during this year. But I wouldn't be surprised if I were the first person to ask that question this year. But regardless, and she said, yes, we do, and she pulled out this controller that was, like, on its own. This, you know, Wii U Pro controller. No connection cable or anything like that. Put it on the table, and I'm thinking, okay, well, is this actually what I'm getting, or is this just... Is she going to, like, go back and get an actual box of the new controller? Because at this point, I wasn't aware that the controller was, in fact, not being produced anymore. And I kind of asked... So that's what I'm buying right there, because she did mention the price at this point when I did confirm that what she had there sitting on the desk was what I was going to pay this price for. And I'll tell you how much it was, and I don't think she was very comfortable to tell me how much it was. She just didn't really Yeah, because I'll tell you how much it was. It was 58 Australian dollars, which is probably around 65 US dollars, for a pre-owned controller that doesn't even come with a connection cable. Fortunately, as far as the connection cable is concerned, this is a wireless controller, but to charge it you do need to plug it in. It's micro USB, so it does, like I'm currently using my PlayStation 3 charger right now, so it's perfectly fine. The reason why I'm using that is because it has the length that I need to be able to play while charging. I do have other micro USBs, but like, you know, this is, it's rather wiggly as well, but anyway, yeah, it's funny because I'm just looking at this controller, you know, it's a little bit greasy because it's, you know, shiny surface sort of controller. If you know anything about the original Wii Pro controller, or Classic Controller Pro more specifically, yeah, you'll know what the surface is like, and, you know, it's a little bit greasy, and it's just kind of sitting there in front of me, and I'm hearing the price $58, and I'm just going, I don't know about this, and I just, I don't know, I asked if it was in stock anywhere else, and, like, new, and, yeah, nah, it's not in stock anywhere. So my option was to either order it online, new, for less, and I'm sure that's exactly what it would have been like had I done that. See, I really don't like how this thing's going, but, oh, I need to go and destroy you, because you are going to give me something good, I can feel it, so let me destroy you right now. Not too sure what you're going to give me, but you're going to give me something. Okay, I actually have to go and salvage it there, so what I might actually do is, first and foremost, destroy these other boats here. Hopefully that's going far enough. Nope, it's not. So let's go and sail over this way. I'll get a little bit closer, and I'll shoot some bombs at you. So yeah, anyway, I wasn't really feeling too great about the price of that, because it just, I don't know. You wouldn't feel too great about spending 65 US dollars on a fucking controller that's pre-owned. Like a controller. We're not talking about a game, we're talking about a controller that's pre-owned. And I just don't know how I feel about that. Well, I do know how I feel about that. I feel like it's a bit of a rip-off and is going a little bit far. I mean, come on. But that's what it was worth, apparently, according to these people. And I bought it for that price because I just... Look, I wasn't going to haggle this girl. She wasn't really comfortable with what she was asking for anyway, and I don't know, she's been working there for a while as far as I know, but I didn't really feel comfortable haggling with her anyway. It's not like she owns the place. So, at least I didn't think so. Maybe she does own the place, I'm not too sure, but I don't really see anyone else there, so maybe she does own it, but I probably should have haggled the price, because, I mean, it's not really reasonable to give me a pre-owned controller for $58 without a connection cable as well, she said, because she wasn't comfortable with it, and I clearly wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't say anything. I was just kind of confirming. Basically, what I was confirming was kind of, oh, Triforce chart, okay, well that's cool. That's the first Triforce chart we're getting, good to know. I will actually go and get this thing over here. But yeah, basically the questions that I was asking to confirm that what I was buying was actually for real, like this is what I'm buying for $58, those questions alone kind of made it pretty clear that I wasn't too impressed with the situation. But I wasn't saying anything like, oh, this is unreasonable or anything like that. But she was also uncomfortable, so I just thought, you know, I'll just buy the thing. I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna... Because I do go there often, okay? Like, whenever I need to get something physical from a game store, that's where I go. And she's always the one who serves me, so she... I don't necessarily want to create bad blood between us or anything like that. I'm not going to tell her, do you really think that this is appropriate to sell me a controller for this amount of money that's pre-owned without a connection cable? It was a bit embarrassing, like, to see it on the table with that kind of price, but you know what? That's just how it had to happen, I suppose. And like I said, if I would have ordered it online, I would have been able to get it brand new for less, I can assure you. But it's I'm paying for the convenience of actually having the physical thing with me. So, like, I just go down to the store, buy it, I have it. It's a 40-minute job, whereas buying it online is like a 5-day job. So, yeah, we're kind of comparing two very different periods of time. So, I guess the idea is that ultimately it's a lot easier to physically buy the thing. So I made sure that it was of decent quality. I I moved the analog sticks a bit, I pressed the buttons, and the first thing that I felt when I pressed the buttons was, wow, these buttons do not feel like the buttons of a $58 controller pre-owned. So, but the analog sticks felt okay. Not like that really tells you anything. Internally they might be fucked up, but at the very least she said, if anything's wrong with it, just bring it back. So that's what I'm going to do. If anything is wrong with it, I will bring it back, and I will apparently be trading it for a different one. Apparently they have different ones as well, so... I probably should have compared them there at that time, but honestly the only difference to compare would probably be the cleanliness of the controller itself, like how clean it is, and I don't know, it's not necessarily dirty, it's just slightly greasy, and I wiped it down with tissues anyways, so yeah, I don't know. It kind of sucks when someone else's fucking hand grease is on your controller. I'm a little bit personal with my items, like any sort of object that I own, I'm rather personal with. So it's kind of weird to like have something pre-owned like a controller, but anyway, that's all. It's just one of those things where I'm not too happy to spend that kind of money on something that has been owned by someone else and it's like not new or anything like that. It doesn't obviously have the guarantee of quality that something brand new would have out of the box, so it's kind of, you know, a bit iffy in that way, and I knew that they were kind of overpriced in terms of the controllers themselves, brand new, because I remember from probably the last time I checked was around 2013, I think, was when I last checked prices of Wii U Pro controllers. They were definitely being retailed at that point. I remember seeing them in stores, but yeah, and I remember them being something like $60, but or maybe a little bit more than that. You would hope a little bit more than that, considering I just bought one pre-owned in 2017 for $58. That was the biggest concern. It was more like the fact that they're not even being sold anymore, and I'm having to spend this kind of money to get one pre-owned. I mean, I don't really think the fact that they're not being sold anymore is going to give it an additional value, rather less value. It depends on what you're buying. Sometimes if it's not being sold anymore, it would have more value, and then in some cases it would have less. I think in this case it would be less, because you're looking at something that's pretty old at this point, if it's not being sold anymore. I don't know how old this particular controller I'm holding is. It's actually in pretty good condition, I will say, apart from the little bit of grease on it, but it's got some slight nicks in the shiny finish of the actual surface of the controller itself. But anyway, let's just move on to this fairy island here. I believe this is going to be 99 arrows for us, because we haven't been here yet, and there's only one more upgrade left, I think. So yeah, this one also... God, I'm pressing the wrong thing once again. No. I seriously need to get used to the buttons that I'm pressing, because the situation of the buttons, once again, is quite different to the original, well, what I'm used to, which is the... trying to think of the name of it, the gamepad, yes. So yeah, I just need to get used to it a little bit, and I'll put that on R. R is so sensitive, I'm telling you. It's just the most sensitive fucking button on this controller, and just the slightest touch, I'm just gonna... Oh, it's so like silky smooth and clean. It's but you know, I don't know if that's a positive thing. It's very easy to accidentally press it at the very least. But anyway, we're going to get our arrow upgrade here, and you can hear the button. Maybe it's... it sounds alright, doesn't it? It sounds okay, but when you actually press it, it feels a bit plasticky and not too... look, I have to say, in terms of the price of the controller itself, it's a bit overpriced. From the beginning, I thought, because I was going to actually buy a Wii U Pro controller when I bought my Wii U, you see, and I did buy my Wii U in 2013. And when I looked at the price of the controller, I immediately decided not to actually get it, because it was just too expensive. There was no reason why I wanted to spend that money on that controller, because I already had the Classic Controller Pro, which was indeed compatible with the Wii U. Actually, was the... it would actually be better if... No, this is not going to be compatible, because it's... I'm just looking at the actual... I remember actually checking this before. I'm pretty sure that I checked whether or not the Pro, like the Classic Controller Pro, was compatible with Wind Waker HD. I'm actually going to check it right now, because I'm almost positive that I would have checked this before anyway, but if that's the case, then I guess I've just wasted $58. It's not true. I don't believe that it's actually compatible. Wind Waker HD Classic Controller. Let's actually have a look and see. Does this game support the Classic Controller? Probably not. When you start the game, it prompts no support for Wiimote or any Wiimote combination. There you go. So I did check this before, and I wasn't too sure at that moment in time, but yeah, definitely no support for anything like that, because you only get two options. It's either the Wii U gamepad or the Wii U Classic. No, not Classic controller, the Pro controller. So we're going to go and kill you. I should be able to use the hammer here. Damn it, I pressed the A button instead of what I really wanted to press. So there we go. That should kill you. Beautiful. So we'll put that away and we will collect this blue chew jelly. And what are we... We're actually almost done with this video, funnily enough. There's not too much more that I really want to say on this particular controller. I guess it's going to be a bit of a learning curve to get used to the position of the buttons, which kind of annoys me a little bit, but yeah, anyway. It's just a thing that I will indeed have to get used to. So I will go and discover this sector here. See how great it is that I can just show you where I'm going now? I can show you where I am, I can show you where I'm going. These are the islands that we're going to here, I guess story-wise, but yeah, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to explore this, and I'm going to go down here in the next video, discover this one by warping to either Windfall or Dragon Roost, whatever I would prefer. I suppose I should warp to Dragon Roost because that is where I need to go for the next dungeon, because I am going to be going here. Where should I go first? I suppose I should... Anyway, you'll see, you'll see. So what I'm going to do is not waste any more time and go and discover this eyed reef over here, because I'm guessing this is what it is. This is the island for the next sector, so yeah, that looks about right. But yeah, I am happy that I can show you everything on the screen now. Absolutely everything that exists in the game is something that you can now see on your screen, or what's being recorded is there. It's all there, so I'm happy about that. Oh, I didn't actually end up checking my arrows, so yeah, I do have 99 arrows now. How lovely is that? So, yeah, I might go and collect... Wow, there's 3 of them. That's crazy. Okay, well, we'll go and collect a bunch of rupees, I guess. Whatever. It's always worth it, honestly, because it is a lot of rupees now. Before, there was a possibility you'd get a 20 rupee and then it's kind of a bit of a waste of time, but now it's 50 rupees every time, so you really have no excuse to pass on these things, unless you have, like, max rupees for whatever your current wallet upgrade is, so... Yeah, that's my opinion on the matter. Anyway, we will go to the next one, wherever that is. It's over here. I will slow down now. See how it's really easy to mark the position of the actual circle once it's disappeared when you have these, I guess, rings in the water? It's really good. I'm sure you guys who have played the game would agree on that, so... Anyway, I've been recording for about 20 minutes, or 23 minutes apparently, so hopefully I will be able to discover the next island before it gets rather late into the recordings, so... I will record 2 videos minimum here. I mean, I was slowing down the entire time there, but it just... I'm pretty sure it's here. No, we want to go here. Salvage. There we go. See how easy it is to mark the position? If it's not... If these rings aren't here, I can't find it. Even if I'm staring straight at that position, I can't seem to get the right spot. It's really stupid, but anyway. There you go. And look at all these rupees that I'm getting. It's quite an astounding number. I need to go in this direction. So we'll try and see where the jumping fish is. Maybe I should slow down. So there he is over there. Alrighty, let's avoid that. Of course, because the swift sail does not turn very hard, because it is going rather fast. Yeah, unfortunately, the impact of that barrel was inevitable, or me impacting that barrel was inevitable. I guess along with the swift sail is the fact that it's going to send the King of Red Lions a lot further once I fall off the boat. But falling off the boat doesn't really happen so much anymore. Because in the original game, if you got hit by a shark, you'd fall off. If you got hit by one of those, you know, big floating, spiky pufferfish looking things, you'd also get thrown off. And that's my memory of it anyway. I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. And yeah, that's kind of showing you that this game is a lot easier, amazingly enough. But, yeah, it seems that, well, it's understandable that exploding barrels would send me flying off the boat. You'd hope so at that point. Otherwise, it's getting a little bit too unrealistic. You can see that that is indeed the Forsaken Fortress over there. It has such a distinct look that you don't even need to know where you are on the sea. If you don't know where you are on the sea and you see that, you're gonna know where you are, because the Forsaken Fortress just has this look about it. But, anyway, I think that's about it for this video, guys, so I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next video, where we will go and explore these sectors. We're going to discover the rest of these sectors, long story short. Then we're going to go to one of the islands here. Now, I think Fire Island is where we want to go, isn't it? Is it Ice Ring or Fire Island? Let me try and remember. Fire Island is where we want to go. So, Fire Mountain, whatever it's called, doesn't matter. This is Fire Mountain here, as you can see. It is just south of Dragon Roost. So, I suppose we might as well... Actually, we'll warp to... It doesn't matter. I'm going to be doing it in the next video anyway, so I will see you guys in part 33. This has been part 32, and it is once again the 23rd of August 2017 as I'm recording this. See you guys later.